Let me ask you something honest. What if the answer to years of decline in intimacy, warmth, and sensation wasn't a pill, wasn't a surgery, but something much simpler? An oil, applied right to your skin. No big pharma, no side effects. Just a quiet, natural ritual that takes less than 5 minutes a day and could change everything. I know how that sounds. A bit far-fetched, maybe even too good to believe. And if I were in your shoes, I'd be skeptical too. But after more than 30 years treating men from their 50s into their 80s, I can tell you there is something powerful happening when we stop fighting our body and start working with it. You see, over time, many men feel something slowly slipping away. Responsiveness, confidence, connection. But your body hasn't given up. It's just waiting for the right signal. And in this video, I'll show you exactly how to give it that signal using 4 ancient oils blended in precise amounts and applied in a daily routine that's restoring intimacy and vitality for thousands of older men without a single pill. This isn't hype. It's just something no one ever told you about. Until now. Let's get started.
1. Rosemary Oil, the gatekeeper of circulation. Let me start with a real story. When I first recommended rosemary oil to a 67-year-old patient for improving blood flow down there, he gave me a look halfway between suspicion and amusement. "You mean the stuff I use to season my lamb?" he asked, chuckling. "Yes, that same rosemary, but used the right way, it's not just a kitchen herb. It's a circulation powerhouse, especially for aging men who feel like their body has gone a little quiet." Why rosemary? As we get older, tiny blood vessels in intimate areas, the ones responsible for warmth, sensation, and responsiveness, begin to tighten, stiffen, or even shut down. Rosemary oil helps reawaken them. It contains potent natural compounds like rosmarinic acid, camphor, and eucalyptol, which work together to relax smooth muscle fibers in blood vessel walls. That's a fancy way of saying it helps your vessels open up again and lets the blood return to places that have been quietly neglected for years. You might feel a light warmth, a soft tingling, not irritation, not discomfort, just a gentle reminder that your body is still listening and is ready to respond. What I've seen in real men? I once worked with a retired truck driver in his late 60s. He came in and said bluntly, "Doc, I'm not looking for miracles. I just want to feel something again." After 5 days of using rosemary oil in a simple routine, he returned with a slight grin. "Something's changing. I didn't think I could feel this alive again." That moment stuck with me. Here's the truth. Rosemary oil isn't a miracle cure. It's not a quick fix. It's the first signal, the gentle nudge, the opening of the door. It encourages blood to flow again, helps nerves start firing again, and gives your body a chance to remember what it once was capable of. The best part? It works with your body, not against it. No overstimulation, no pills, no side effects. Just a simple, natural act of restoration. And when you pair it with ginger oil, our next star, it gets even better. One opens the vessels, the other draws blood in. A perfect 1-2 punch that kickstarts your 7-day transformation.
2. Ginger oil, the warming magnet that pulls life back in. If rosemary oil opens the door, then ginger oil is the one that steps through it with warmth, focus, and a quiet intensity you'll feel within minutes. Now, most men know ginger as something they stir into tea or take for nausea. But what they don't realize is that when applied topically, Ginger becomes a targeted circulation stimulator, especially in areas where blood flow has slowed down due to age or disuse. Why ginger matters more than you think? Ginger contains gingerol and zingabrine, natural compounds proven to promote localized heat and vasodilation. When massaged into the skin, especially in areas that have lost responsiveness, it signals the body, bring blood here, now. But don't worry, it's not a burning heat. It's a deep, gentle warmth, like a quiet flame that reawakens nerves, tissues, and the feeling you thought might be gone for good. A moment I'll never forget. I once worked with a 71-year-old man, a widower who had nearly given up on reconnecting intimately. We tried a blend with ginger oil. Within 3 days, he told me, "Doctor, it's like something turned back on. I didn't think it was even possible." His experience wasn't rare. When paired with rosemary oil, ginger becomes the fuel to the fire, helping blood not only reach the area, but stay there. That's what creates lasting sensitivity, better firmness, and more natural performance. And here's the best part. Ginger oil doesn't fight your body. It works with it, gently and consistently. You're not forcing anything. You're reminding your system how to function the way it used to. And when used with lavender, our next key oil, you get more than just physical benefits. You get something deeper. Peace of mind, emotional readiness, and the ability to relax into connection again.
3. Lavender oil, the calming signal your body's been waiting for. If ginger is heat and rosemary is power, lavender oil is the gentle hand that tells your nervous system, you're safe, you can let go now. You see, in my decades treating men over 60, one truth keeps showing up. The mind is often the bigger barrier than the body. Stress, disappointment, embarrassment, they build up quietly over the years. And even if your blood vessels are open, your nervous system can block the very response you're trying to restore. Why lavender works so well for men in this stage of life? Lavender isn't just a relaxing scent. It contains linalool and linalyl acetate, which are clinically shown to reduce anxiety and ease physical tension. When applied directly to the skin, yes, even to intimate areas, it sends a calming signal to your brain. You're in no danger. It's okay to receive. It's okay to feel. That shift matters because stress hormones like cortisol constrict blood flow. They trigger fight or flight, which sends blood away from where you need it most. Lavender reverses that pattern, creating a sense of calm and receptivity, exactly what most men haven't felt in years. What I tell my patients, performance doesn't come from pressure. It comes from relaxation, readiness, and trust in your body again. Lavender helps you get there. It soothes not just your tissue, but your fears, your tension, your guard. That's when your body opens up, not out of force, but from true readiness. Up next, the silent healer. Now that you've opened blood vessels, drawn in warmth, and calmed the nervous system, there's one final piece. What about the tissue itself? What about healing the damage, rebuilding the foundation? That's where we turn to one of the most underrated oils in natural medicine, black seed oil, the deep regenerator.
4. Black seed oil, the deep regenerator that repairs what time has taken. Let's be honest. By the time a man reaches his 60s, 70s, or beyond, it's not just about poor circulation or stress. It's about wear and tear. Years of medication, declining blood flow, and plain old time can leave the most delicate vessels damaged, inflamed, and tired. That's where black seed oil comes in. It's not flashy. It doesn't bring the instant warmth of ginger or the tingling buzz of rosemary. But don't let that fool you, because this oil works at a deeper level than any of the others. The oil that ancient healers swore by. Black seed oil, also known as Nigella sativa, has been used for over 2,000 years. The Prophet Muhammad once said, "It cures everything but death." That may sound poetic, but today, modern science is starting to back up the claim. The key compound inside this oil is thymoxyquine, a potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory that helps restore damaged blood vessels, reduce oxidative stress, and regenerate fragile tissues, especially in the intimate areas that suffer most from age-related decline. What this means for you? Think of black seed oil like a master craftsman. It doesn't just paint over the damage, it rebuilds from the inside out. Over time, it can improve the elasticity of the skin, strengthen the capillaries, and create healthier, more responsive tissue, not just for sensation, but for long-term function. I had a 15-week-long patient, Mr. H, who told me after 3 weeks of using this formula, "I can't explain it, Doc. It's not just that I feel better, it's like my skin is healthier, more alive." That's what true regeneration looks like. Not just a quick fix, a foundational rebuild. Why it matters in your routine? Look, it's one thing to boost blood flow or relax your nerves, but if the tissue itself is inflamed, brittle, or scarred from years of inactivity or medications, the results won't last. Black seed oil is your long game. It's what locks in the progress you've made with rosemary, ginger, and lavender. It makes the change stick. And yes, you may not feel something instantly on day 1, but by day 5 or 7, you may notice stronger firmness, improved skin tone, a quiet sense of, "I didn't realize how much I had lost until now." Putting it all together. Now you've met all 4 oils. 1. Rosemary. 2. Ginger. 3. Lavender. 4. Black seed oil, the deep healer. Together, they don't just spark a short-term change. They create a new foundation for vitality, sensation, and confidence, one that aligns with your body's natural rhythm and doesn't rely on pills, pressure, or artificial fixes. Coming up next, I'll walk you through why applying these oils to your skin works far better than swallowing pills, and how to do it safely, effectively, and with results you can feel.
5. Why topical application works better than oral supplements. Let's have a real talk for a second. I can't count how many times a man has walked into my office, mid-60s, maybe 70, holding a bag full of pills, herbal capsules, prescription meds, supplements with shiny labels and bold promises. "Doc, I've tried it all. Why isn't anything working?" So I ask him one simple question. "Where do you want the result to happen?" And without fail, he points down and says, "There." So then I ask, "Then why are you swallowing it?" That pause, that look on his face, that's when the light bulb goes off. Here's what most men don't know. When you swallow a pill, even a natural supplement, it has to travel through a long, winding, and frankly brutal path. 1. Stomach acid starts breaking it down. 2. Then it passes into the intestines, where only part of it is absorbed. 3. The liver filters out even more before it finally enters your bloodstream. And 4. Only a tiny fraction reaches the area you actually want to help. That whole process, it dilutes the potency, delays results, and often causes side effects along the way. Now compare that to your skin, specifically the skin in intimate areas. That skin isn't just sensitive, it's highly absorbent. In fact, certain regions in the male anatomy can absorb healing compounds up to 64 times more efficiently than the digestive tract. Let me say that again. 64 times. When you apply the right blend of oils topically, directly to the source, you're delivering the active compounds straight into the local blood vessels, bypassing the liver, the gut, the whole circus. No waiting, no breakdown. Just direct healing, right where it counts. And here's what's even better. Your body recognizes these oils. They're natural. They're not synthetic drugs. They don't confuse your system or force it to behave unnaturally. Instead, they work with your body's own rhythm, restoring sensation, improving tissue function, and promoting healthy circulation in a way that feels gentle, respectful, and real. Most of my patients report feeling something within the first few days. Sometimes it's warmth, sometimes it's tingling, sometimes it's just hope. So why aren't more men doing this? Because no one ever told you. Because you were raised in a world where real medicine came in a bottle with a child-proof cap and a long list of side effects. But now you know better. Now you know that topical application isn't just more efficient, it's more natural, more direct, and more in tune with the body you still live in every single day. What's next? Blending the right formula. So now that you understand why applying oils works better than swallowing pills, the next step is just as important. How do you make the right blend? How much of each oil? What do you mix it with? And how do you store it? In Section 6, How to Make the 7-Day Oil Blend, I'll walk you through the exact formula I give to my patients, including the carrier oil, the right ratios, and the simple ritual that has helped thousands of men like you feel like themselves again.
6. How to make the 7-day oil blend, the exact formula that makes it all work. Let me tell you something I've learned after guiding thousands of men through natural recovery. The ingredients matter, but the formula, that's what makes the magic. Too many men get excited, buy all the right oils, and then just throw them together like a salad dressing. But here's the truth. When you apply anything to intimate, sensitive skin, precision isn't optional, it's critical. The wrong ratio can irritate. The right one can transform. Here's the exact blend I give my patients. You'll need 2 ounces or about 60 milliliters of organic coconut oil. This is your carrier oil. Don't skip it. It's naturally antibacterial, skin-soothing, and helps the essential oils absorb properly. 12 drops rosemary essential oil. This is your circulation opener. 6 drops ginger essential oil, the warmth activator. 6 drops lavender essential oil, the calming agent. 6 drops black seed oil, the deep healer. Mixing instructions. 1. Pour your coconut oil into a small glass bowl. Do not use metal. Metal can disrupt the chemical integrity of essential oils. 2. Add your essential oils one at a time while gently stirring with a wooden or glass stick. 3. Once fully mixed, transfer the blend into a dark amber glass jar with a tight lid. 4. Let it sit undisturbed for 24 hours. This allows the oils to synergize. I call this the marriage phase. And yes, it really does make a difference in potency. Storage tip. Keep the jar in a cool, dry place, away from sunlight. This blend will stay fresh and effective for up to 4 weeks. Now you've got the tools. Next, let's talk about how to use them. Because even the perfect oil blend won't work if your application is rushed, random, or inconsistent. 7. The daily routine. 7 days to a new you. Here's the beautiful truth. You don't need hours. You don't need fancy equipment. All you need is a few quiet minutes each day and a little intention. Let's walk through exactly how to use the oil blend morning and night for maximum benefit. Step 1. When to apply. After a warm shower, this is key. Warm water opens your pores and improves absorption. Pat your skin dry, then start while your skin is still slightly warm and supple. Step 2. How much to use. Scoop out a dime-sized amount of your oil blend, roughly a fingertip's worth. Warm it between your hands for a few seconds. This helps to activate the oils and makes them glide more easily. Step 3. Where and how to apply. Massage the oil gently but intentionally into the desired area using slow, circular motions. You're not scrubbing, you're awakening. Take 2 to 3 minutes. Breathe, feel, connect. This isn't just about physical change, it's about rebuilding trust with your body. Step 4. Frequency. Morning, to carry the benefits throughout your day. Evening, right before bed, when your body does its deepest repair work. What to expect? Day 1 to 2, a light warmth, tingling, a sense that something's moving again. Day 3 to 4, increased sensitivity, stronger responses, quiet confidence returns. Day 5 to 7, noticeable improvement in performance, sensation, and even skin texture. Many men describe it as a switch flipping back on, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Bonus tip? Journal it. Seriously, keep a small notebook. Jot down how you feel each morning. Track what changes. This turns the process into a story, a journey of reclaiming something that may have felt lost. Ready for the final phase? You've opened the vessels, drawn the blood, calmed the nervous system, repaired the tissue. You've built a habit. But what happens after 7 days? What does long-term transformation really look like for men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s?
8. Long-term transformation, rebuilding from the inside out. Let me tell you the honest truth I've seen over decades of practice. The first 7 days are just the beginning. Real transformation happens after that. Yes, the initial week brings noticeable changes. Tingling, warmth, a spark of sensation returning. But what happens when you keep going? Day 10, day 14, into the second and third week is deeper, more lasting, and far more meaningful. Week 2, repair becomes reliable. By the second week, your body isn't just responding, it's adapting. Your skin feels more elastic, less dull. Nerve pathways become more responsive. Blood flow patterns stabilize. And something emotional happens too. You stop wondering, will this work? And start saying, I feel like myself again. One of my patients, a 69-year-old retired Navy officer, put it best. Doc, I didn't even realize how much I'd shut down until I started coming back online. Week 3 and beyond, from recovery to renewal. By week 3, the body starts to rebuild at the tissue level. Damaged capillaries heal, sensitivity sharpens, skin regains a kind of vitality that's hard to describe but easy to feel. This isn't about becoming 20 again. It's about becoming whole again. Not chasing youth, just reclaiming function, comfort, and quiet confidence. How to maintain the progress. To sustain the benefits, stick with the oil routine twice daily for 3 to 4 weeks. Then move to a maintenance schedule, 3 to 4 times a week, as needed. And most importantly, stay connected to your body. Don't ignore it. Listen, adjust, care. It's not a quick fix. It's a quiet revolution. This isn't about chasing short-term performance. It's about creating a new normal where function feels natural, reliable, and honest. When you give your body consistent attention, it gives back, not all at once, but over time, in ways that matter. And now, you're ready to take the next step. 9. Final message.
This is where it begins. You've done something today that most men never do. You've taken action. You've questioned the pills, the silence, the slow surrender, and chosen something better. You chose to believe there's more, and you're absolutely right. Here's what you now have: a safe, science-based formula built on real anatomy, not empty promises. A clear, repeatable daily method you can do at home, without shame, without stress. A reason to hope again, and more importantly, a reason to act. You now know your body can still respond, still adapt, still surprise you. Let's keep walking this road together. This isn't a one-time fix. It's the start of a new chapter, one built on trust, not gimmicks. If this message helped you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. A brother, a friend, someone quietly struggling. Comment below and tell your story. Your voice matters. Subscribe and turn on notifications, because I've got more to share that can change lives. The best is not behind you. Don't believe the lie that aging means disappearing. You're still here, still capable, still worthy of intimacy, confidence, and connection. And if you keep showing up, I'll keep showing up right beside you, with more guidance, more tools, and more truth. So take the first step, trust the process, and let your body show you what it still remembers how to do. I'm with you. Let's begin.